Hello and welcome. In today's video, I'll be going over some mobility exercises to help increase the range of motion on your hip, specifically external rotation. The hip is a ball and socket joint, so it moves in just about every direction. So these mobility exercises focus mainly on 4 directions that we're working with. So flexion, where the leg comes up to your chest, extension, where the leg moves back behind you, external rotation, where your thigh is rotating outwards, and internal rotation, where the thigh is rotating in. So it's those 4 major mobility drills that we're going to be working on. It's going to help with your overall end range in the hip joint. Today's video is focusing specifically on external rotation. So we have the other 3 mobility exercises here on the channel as well, but this one is only for external rotation. We always begin our mobility exercises with warming up the joint first and hitting the full end range motion, and we call that CARS, controlled articular rotations. So this is a follow along video, and all you need today is your mat. So whenever you're ready, let's start with CARS in a tabletop position. So come onto all fours. The knees are under the hips, the wrists are under the shoulders. And we'll start with our left side just so you can see a little bit easier in the video. You're going to create a good foundation with both of your hands in your right knee, and then with the left knee, you're going to bring it up towards the left elbow as high as you can without making too much change in the back. And then bring the knee out to the left, all the way around. Make a big circle, and you're only trying to move the leg. Bring the knee all the way to the back without coming into a back bend, and then bring the knee back down towards the ground, let it hover, and then reverse that rotation back out. So the knee comes to the back, bring it over to the right. So everything else in the body is super stable. You're not bending your back, you're not moving your shoulders or bending your elbows. And the left knee comes back down. Let's do one more rotation on the left. Left knee comes up, make that big circle with the knee without moving anything else in the body. Reverse the circle. Great. Let's do the right knee. Bring the right knee up towards the right elbow, and then start to make that big circle. So you're sort of imagining that you're running the ball of the femur along the full rim of the socket of the hip joint. So if you have any sensations of pain or any sharp pain especially, then just back off a little bit. You don't want to push through it. We're just warming up the joint here. One more time in this rotation with the right leg. Great, reverse it back out. And the knee comes all the way back down to the ground. Great, make your way into butterfly pose. So the soles of the feet come together. Let the knees come open to the sides. And then we're just going to stay here for about 2 minutes. So before we come into the mobility drills, it's important to rest in the position before we start doing the hard work, because you need to give a chance for the joint to get used to it, so the neurons can start to connect with the brain and see what's going on in the joint. We never want to come straight into a mobility drill without doing CARS and without doing the 2-minute passive stretch, because you can really cause a lot of damage on the joint, and it's not the point. The point is to be nice to the joint, to help it open up, to help it trust that you know what a good end range is for it, and that you have its best interest in mind. So if you just start jumping into these drills too quickly, then your neurons are going to start talking to your brain and telling them that, uh-oh, this is not a good thing, and back off and hold tight. And that's exactly what we don't want to be doing. So enjoy this while you can. Just got about 30 seconds left, and then we'll move into the mobility drill itself. Great. Now that the hips are open and a little bit more relaxed, then I'd like you to grab onto your calves with both hands and then gently start to press the elbows into the knees, just until you reach a point where you can feel a little bit of tension, but it doesn't hurt. It's not painful. You're not forcing it too much. So now what we're going to do is we're going to keep our upper body as it is. You're going to sort of lock in your leg with your arm. And then we're going to begin to lift the knees up into the arm, both knees at the same time, and begin to lift, press the knees into the arms, but the arms aren't moving. So give it 50% effort, lift the knees, 60%, 70, 80, 90, and 100%. Give it all you got, like you're trying to bring your knees together, but your arms are not letting you. Push, push, push. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. If you start to shake, it's all good. I'm shaking too. Last 3, 2, 1. Now start to press the knees into the mat without using the arms. Push the knees down. Hold here. 10, 9, 8. Push them down as much as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep the legs where they're at and then bring the elbows down to the inner thighs again into your new end range of the hips. Now hold here. And then again, we begin with our second round. So begin to lift the knees up, bring the knees together, and at the same time start to engage all the other muscles in your body. So you're giving 50% effort, knees are coming together, 60, 70, keep it going. Your core is strong, engaged, your shoulders are engaged, everything is tight, 90%. And 100% effort. Give it all you got. Really try to pull the knees together as much as you can. Ten seconds here. You can do it. 3, 2, 1. And now push the knees to the ground without using the arms. Push, push, push. Create as much space as you can between the legs. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring the elbows down to the knees once again. So now you're in your new end range. And it might be subtle. Maybe you notice that your legs moved by 1 inch, or maybe 2 inches, or maybe no inches. That's okay. All of these mobility drills are very subtle. So don't worry so much about what it looks like. It's more that you just feel the sensation of the work that you're putting in. So let's do this third round. Start to engage everything, the core, the shoulders, even the breath. Tighten it up. Start to bring the knees together, 50%, 75%, 90%, and 100% effort. Really try to bring the knees together, lift them up both towards the sky. Give it your all. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down to the ground. Push, push, push. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. The elbows are not pressing into the knees. The knees are doing it on their own. 3, 2, and 1. Release. You can hold on to the outsides of the knees and bring the feet up, maybe windshield wiper gently the knees. Great, so that was one exercise. The second one we're going to do, instead of butterfly position, we're going to come into a double pigeon. So I'd like you to bring your left heel close to your right hip, and it's a modified double pigeon, so we won't be doing the full extent. Then the right ankle is going to come on top of the left knee or thigh or somewhere around there. And then you'll begin to lean forward over the legs. And again, we're here for maybe just one more minute since you've already had a little bit of warm up in the joint. So I'm showing two different examples of mobility exercises today. Maybe one of them you like more than the other, and that's great. You don't have to do both of them on the same day. In fact, your hips are probably going to be so sore that you don't want to do both of these exercises on the same day. But you can play around with it and see what feels best for you. For me, I like the butterfly one more, and Flo likes this double pigeon one more. So we do what feels good for us. Great. All right, so now you're going to keep your chest as it is. You don't have to lower it all the way down to the legs, but if it's there, you can keep it there. Now we're going to start working, instead of pressing the knees down towards the ground, we're going to work on lifting the ankle up towards the sky. So you're not going to be able to see any movement in the ankle. You should not be able to lift your ankle up off your leg. If you can, then you're probably leaning back pretty far, and then you can be able to get a little bit of lift. We don't want that. We want you coming into your full end range, and then when you do try to lift, you can only feel the sensation in the leg, but nothing's actually happening in the foot. All right, so let's give it a try. Right leg only, so the left leg is just here for support. So let's start to lift your right ankle up towards the sky, and at the same time, engage the shoulders, the chest, the pecs, the back. Everything is engaged, even the glutes. Flex your right foot, and start to pull that right ankle up. 50% effort. 75% effort, 90% effort, and 100% effort. Give it all you got. Really lift that right ankle up. I know you don't see it moving, but it's working. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now drive the right ankle down into the ground without lifting the right knee up. Drive, drive, drive. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And immediately we're going to come right back into that progressive where the ankle is reaching up to the sky. So again, start to engage everything in the body, all the muscles, and then start to lift the right ankle up. 50% effort. 75. 90%. 100%. Give it all you got. Really lift that right ankle up. Focus on the muscle tissues. Focus on what's working. Give it everything you got. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now drive the right ankle down without lifting the knee up. Drive, drive, drive. Really push it down into the ground. If you start to feel some cramping in the hip or some shaking, that's all normal. Keep at it. If you need to back off for a second, you can, but then come right back into it. Keep driving the ankle down. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Come back. Release the ankle off the left knee. We're just going to do 2 rounds of that since we already did butterfly. So it's a lot already on the hip. If you'd like to windshield wiper the right knee, you can. Bring back that synovial fluid into the joint. And then we'll move on to the left leg. So same thing, that modified double pigeon position. Take a moment to get comfortable here. And again, since you've already done a lot of the hip opener stuff, we don't have to do the full 2-minute hold here. So we'll just be here for about 30 seconds just to get the hip, again, used to this position before we start with the mobility exercises. Start to walk the hands forward. Just pause here, take a few deep breaths. Now that you know what's coming. Great. So before we start lifting that left ankle up to the sky, I would like you to begin engaging everything in the body, all the muscles. Irradiate. Now flex the left foot so that the left toes are pulling back towards the knee, just to protect the knee joint here. And then all together, 50% effort, you're going to pull your left ankle up towards the sky as much as you can. You're probably not going to see it move. It's all good. Give it 75% effort, 90% effort, and 100% effort. Give it all you got. Lift that ankle up. Lift, lift, lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now drive the right ankle down, or left ankle down into the knee, and at the same time without lifting the left knee up. So drive both down, but mostly the left ankle. Push it down, push, push, push. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe you can walk a little bit farther forward, just an inch or 2. Maybe you've discovered a little bit more range. And then let's finish this last round. So give it all you got. So start to irradiate all the muscles in the body, the core, the chest, the pecs. And then give it 50% effort. Start to lift the left ankle up towards the sky. 75%. 90%. And 100% effort. Give it all you got. Lift, lift, lift. If you're shaking, it's okay. If you're cramping, it's okay. Just keep with it. Do your best. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now drive the ankle into the knee, down towards the ground. Give it 10 seconds. Last push. Three, 2, and 1. Release. Release the ankle off the leg. Again, if you want to windshield wiper it, you're welcome to. Wonderful job. I know these mobility exercises are not fast. It's not like 3 minutes to the splits. That's just not how joints work in the body. So thank you for practicing the entire video, for giving it a try, and come back again. Keep doing it again, but with this specific mobility exercises that we're teaching here in these videos, it's also important to not do them every single day back to back. They're not intended to be doing these drills every single day. It's okay if you maybe do one day on shoulders, same day hip, same day ankle, that's okay, but you don't want to do back-to-back hips every single day. It's just going to be too much on the joints. So maybe every 2 to 3 days, you can do 2 or 3 of these drills, But you'll have to play around with it, see how it is in your own body. We all come from different backgrounds, different experiences, different injuries. So it's really important to tune into your own body. Most likely you're going to be a little bit sore tomorrow after doing these mobility exercises, but give it a couple days rest. Definitely make sure that you're still stretching it out. Even though you're sore, it doesn't mean that you should skip your practice or skip your stretches. It's still really important that you're have that mobility every day and that you're moving your joint in every direction every day. Thank you so much for joining me for this video, and I hope that this has helped you in your hip external rotation efforts. Have an amazing day, and we'll see you again tomorrow here in class. Namaste.